Good afternoon, students. This is your Hardcore 2 practical class. In this class, let us study about genetic problems on sex-linked inheritance and also polytene chromosomes and B chromosomes. First, let us discuss about genetic problems on sex-linked inheritance. So, the inheritance of somatic characters which are linked with the sex chromosomes is called as a sex-linked inheritance. That is, here there will be the inheritance of both the somatic characters and the sex chromosomes. And here we are going to see two main different kinds of inheritance, that is X-linked inheritance and also Y-linked inheritance. So the X-linked inheritance, here certain genes which are determining the somatic characters are located only on the X chromosomes and their alleles are absent on a Y chromosomes. So the genes which are going to determine the characters are only present in X chromosomes and they are absent in the Y chromosomes. By this we call it as a X-linked inheritance. And for an example of a X-linked inheritance is a color blindness and also hemophilia. And second one is the Y-linked inheritance. So certain genes which are determining the somatic characters are located only on the Y chromosomes and they are confined only to males. So Y-linked inheritance, it is confined only to the males and such genes are called as a Y-linked genes or a holandric genes. So the chromosomes, that is a Y chromosomes which are confined only to the males and the genes are called as Y-linked genes or the holandric genes. So here holos means whole and andros means male. So it particularly confined to male only. And the inheritance is called as a Y-linked inheritance. Example is hypertrichosis. And next is the XY linked genes. So certain genes which are going to determine the somatic characters are located on both X and Y chromosomes and such genes are called XY linked genes. So if the somatic characters is located on the X chromosome, then it is X-linked inheritance. If it is present only on the Y chromosome, then it is Y-linked inheritance. But when the somatic characters are located on both X and Y chromosomes, then such genes are called as XY linked genes and the inheritance is called as XY linked inheritance. So in the X-linked inheritance, the example is color blindness. So the color blindness is a common sex-linked metabolic disorder and it was discovered by Wilson in 1911 and it is a complex of disorders involving several X-linked recessive genes. So the color blindness is example for X-linked recessive gene or a recessive inheritance. So the monochromatism, so it is a state where the individual is totally color blind and is unable to differentiate colors even in the bright light. So here the person who is having this disorder is totally color blind and he cannot differentiate or distinguish the color in the normal light too. And second one is the dichromatism. So here it is a condition in which the individual is partially color blind and is unable to differentiate some colors. So the partially color blind means he can differentiate the colors but it is very partially, that is he might he might visualize the color and not completely. So here the partially colorblind man, he is unable to differentiate some colors. So he can identify some colors and he might not identify some of the colors. So the red blindness is called as a protanopia, where the individual cannot see red color, and the green blindness is called as a deuteranopia, where the individual cannot see the green color. So again in the blindness, color blindness, so there is a red blindness. It is also called as a protanopia, where the individual cannot see the red color. Like that, there is also another one color blindness. It is a deuteranopia. So it is a blindness of a green color. Here the individual cannot see the green color. So next let us move on to the problems related to the X-linked inheritance. So first problem, when a color blind man marries with a normal visioned woman, then the offsprings will be normal visioned male and a female in the F1 generation. So the given problem is when a color blind man, so in the solution you can observe, so when a color blind man marries to the normal visioned woman, then the offsprings will be normal visioned male and also normal female. So the genotype for a color blind man is X. So color blind, it indicates C and Y. So normal visioned woman is XX. So gametes of color blind man is XC and Y, and the normal visioned woman is X. So the F1 generation is going to result a normal but carrier female and also normal male. So the question is here, then what result obtained when F1 normal visioned woman marries with the normal man? So when this F1 normal carrier woman is going to marry with the normal man. So here is the carrier female, and when she is going to marry to the normal man, what is the result we have to find out. So then the genotypes are, for a carrier female is X, C, X, and a normal man is X and a Y. So the gametes are, for a carrier female is X, C and X, and for a normal man is X and a Y. So by this, in the F2 generation, we are going to obtain normal but carrier female, color blind male, normal female and also normal male. So a marriage between normal visioned female and a color blind man, and results the marriage of F1 carrier female with the normal male. So this is about the result. So by this we are going to observe there will be the presence of 3 normal offspring and a 1 color blind individual. So by this 1/4 of normal female, 1/4 of normal but carrier female, and 1/4 of normal male and also 1/4 of color blind males are going to obtain. So second problem, problems on Y-linked inheritance. So the problem is So in the Y-linked inheritance, the example what I have given is a hypertrichosis. So it is a sex-linked inheritance confined only to the males. So it is called as a holandric, and the genes are called as holandric genes, and it is characterized by the presence of stiff hairs on the surface of the earlobe. So you might have observed some of the males, they are consisting of a hairs on a ear. So it is a hypertrichosis. So next, the problem on Y-linked inheritance. So the problem is, what offsprings obtained when a normal woman marries with the hypertrichosis man? So here the question is, what is going to happen when a normal woman marries the hypertrichosis man? So what is the result? So here it is the holandric, means it is only confined to the males but not to the females. So let us look on to the solution. The parents are normal woman and a hypertrichosis man, and the genotype is XX in case of a woman, and the hypertrichosis man is XY, and hypertrichosis denoted by H. So gametes are X in case of a woman and X and YH in case of a hypertrichosis man. So by this, in the F1 generation, we are going to observe the presence of a normal female of a 50% and also hypertrichosis man of a 50%. So by this, we came to know about the Y-linked gene transfer from father to son, not father to daughter. So this is called as a Y-linked inheritance. So here the genes are going to transfer from a father to his son, not to his daughters. So this is the Y-linked inheritance. So by this, we came to know about the X-linked inheritance. So next topic is the polytene chromosomes. So this is the diagram of polytene chromosomes. So the polytene chromosome is a multi-stranded gained chromosome. So these are the very large in size. So these are called as a gained chromosome, and they contain 1000 to 16,000 chromonimata, and these polytene chromosomes were discovered by Balbiani in the year of 1881, and these are found in the larvae of dipteran flies such as Drosophila and also Chironomus, and also found in a tissues of a salivary gland, gut, fat body, and also Malpighian tubules, and they are prominent in the salivary gland cells of a Chironomus larva. Hence they are also called as a salivary gland chromosomes. So these polytene chromosomes, they are also called as a gained chromosomes, and they are also called as a salivary gland chromosomes because these are present in salivary gland cells of a Chironomus larvae, and the cells containing the polytene chromosomes are called polytene cells. The polytene cells are unable to undergo mitosis and are destined to die after a metamorphosis. So after the metamorphosis, these cells are going to die, and polytene chromosomes are visible in the interphase nucleus. So in the cell division, you have studied about the interphase stage and the interphase nucleus, and these polytene chromosomes are visible in the interphase nucleus, and the many-stranded condition is formed by endomitosis, chromosomal division without the nuclear division. So ultrastructure of these chromosomes reveal that each chromosome consists of two types of alternating transverse bands. So here we are going to observe the two alternate bands. So the dark band and also light interband. So in the diagram there will be the presence of a dark band and also light interband. So the dark band contain more DNA and less RNA, whereas the interband are rich in RNA and poor in DNA. So the presence of DNA vary from a dark band to light interband. So the dark band consists of a more DNA and less RNA, whereas the interband consists of a more RNA and a poor in a DNA. So in dark band region, the DNA fibrils are condensed and supercoiled and are known as a chromomere. So as it is look very dark in a color, dark band, they consist of a DNA fibrils which are very condensed and form the chromomere. The polytene chromosomes develop enlarged region at some places to form a special rings which are called as a puffs or a swellings, or also Balbiani rings. So the rings, the polytene chromosomes which consist of a special rings are called as a Balbiani rings and which are reversible. So these are the puffs or a Balbiani rings, presence of these. And the process of puffing is related to gene expression and other sites of a mRNA synthesis. So these puffs region, they are going to synthesize the mRNA, and they represent the uncoiled region of a chromosome where active transcription occurs. And the gained chromosomes of Drosophila melanogaster, that is a fruit fly, Drosophila, are found in a form of a 5 long and a 1 short strands which are radiating from a single chromocenter. So here it is a chromocenter, and from the chromocenter there will arise a 5 long, that is 1, 2, 3, 4 and a 5 long and a 1 single short strands. So in case of the Drosophila melanogaster, the gained chromosome consists of a 5 long arm and also 1 short strand. And the chromocenter is formed by the fusion of centromeres of these chromosomes. So this chromocenter is formed by the fusion of the centromere of the chromosomes. So the all chromosomes centromere is going to form into the chromocenter. Among the 5 strands, one corresponds to the X chromosomes and the remaining 4 strands are the arms of second and third chromosomes. So in the male flies, that is in the male flies, the Y chromosome is also present, which is fused within the chromocenter and therefore not visible as a separate strand. So if it is a male fly, then the Y chromosome is always present and fused within the chromocenter, and by this it cannot be visible. The short strand is a small dot like and which is going to represent the 4th chromosome. So here it is named as a chromosome 4. So it is a very short strand. So next is a B chromosome. So B chromosomes, these are a supernumerary chromosome that may be missing in some organism or may be found as a extra chromosome over and above the standard diploid or a polyploid complement of a chromosome, and these have been reported in more than 1,000 species of plants belonging to bryophytes, pteridophytes, gymnosperms and angiosperms, and also in some of the animal species. So these B chromosomes are supernumerary, and these are might be present in some of the organisms or they may be absent. So this B chromosome was discovered by Edmund Wilson in the year of 1907 in hemipteran insect called as a Metapodius. And these B chromosomes are also known as a supernumerary, accessory and also conditionally dispensable or lineage specific chromosomes. So these are the some names of the B chromosomes called as a supernumerary or accessory or conditionally dispensable and also lineage specific chromosomes. So they are dispensable and are not found in all individuals of species. So these are not present in the all individuals. And it is a small, usually heterochromatic chromosomes. So in the class regarding chromatin, you have observed about the chromatin and euchromatin and heterochromatin. So these B chromosomes are a heterochromatic chromosomes, and these are present in addition to normal complement of chromosome in some members of a species, and these are absent in developed organism strains, and they may not be formed in all types of cells. Sometimes these B chromosomes, they are restricted only to the aerial parts and absent in our roots and may be eliminated during the meiosis. So these are very special and restricted to particular region of the plants, and their inheritance is a non-Mendelian type. So they differ from the Mendelian inheritance, and they are genetically inert but may rarely organize and carry functional genetic material. And these B chromosomes, they composed of a short and also long arm, and a short arm is visible when two B chromosomes are paired. So these are the B chromosomes, and they consist of a short and also the long arm. So in the diagram you are going to observe the short and also long arm. The long arm is composed of proximal euchromatic region, which is divided into two parts, and distal heterochromatic region is divided into four parts. So here is the region, one is euchromatic and another one is heterochromatin. And the euchromatin is a proximal in region, and the heterochromatin is in a distal region or a distal end. The B chromosome do not contain any structural genes and have a highly variable pattern of inheritance separate from that of a normal chromosome. So it is known as a supernumerary, accessory, conditionally dispensable or a specific chromosomes. So most of these B chromosomes are mainly or entirely heterochromatic and so would be largely non-coding. So these B chromosomes are non-coding, but some such as B chromosomes of maize, they contain euchromatic segments. So as these B chromosomes are heterochromatic, but some they contains of a euchromatic segments, and the supernumeraries which have a satellite DNA occur in a warm and a dry environment, and in some of the cases and these are absent in a humid cooler localities, that is sat DNA which occur only in a warm and a dry environmental conditions but absent in a cooler localities. And B chromosomes are not to be confused with the marker. Chromosomes are additional copies of normal chromosomes as they occur in trisomies. And these B chromosomes, they lack any known major gene loci, but rDNA, that is recombinant DNA sequences, are known in a few species, and they have no obvious adaptive properties, and they are going to contribute greatly to intraspecific variation in a genome size, and their mode of origin remains a mystery. And some of the effects of a B chromosomes are, so these B chromosomes, when there is a gradual decrease in the pollen fertility and also in a seed set, with the increase in the number of B chromosome in case of a maize. So these are going to reduce the fertility because of the decrease in the pollen fertility. And also the flowering is delayed, and the weight is, and the delayed height and also weight is due to the effect of a B chromosomes. So if the flowering is delayed and the height and weight is also decreased, so then it is due to the B chromosomes. And these B chromosomes are affect the recombination frequency at a specific loci. So these B chromosomes are going to affect the recombination process. And these B chromosomes are used in gene location on a chromosome mapping and also in B translocation, and they are going to suppress the homologous pairing, which is going to reduce multiple pairing between homologous chromosomes, and these are going to increase asymmetry chiasma distribution. So chiasma, you have know that it is the region of the crossing over. So here increase asymmetry chiasma distribution is due to the B chromosomes. So by this, in the class we have to came to know about the sex linked inheritance. In that we came to know about both X linked inheritance and also Y linked inheritance. In the X linked inheritance, we took an example of a color blindness, and in a Y-linked inheritance, hypertrichosis is taken. And also we came to know about the polytene chromosomes and also B chromosomes. So in the next class, let us study about some of the important concept. Thank you.